Well, as the saying goes, when the cat's away, the mice will play, and so it was in Parliament today as Winston Peters held court in Christopher Luxon's absence.
He sprayed insults, rewrote previous statements and initially declined to answer a question because it was asked in Te Reo Māori, after which he was accused of being a colonesian. Political editor Jenna Lynch has more.
Back for a spin in the big chair, the Right Honourable Winston Peters, acting Prime Minister.
Mr Speaker, to the Acting Prime Minister, does he stand by all of his government statements and actions?
That's you.
That's you.
Haunted by the ghosts of Winston Peters' past.
Does he agree with Winston Peters?
The opposition lining up with a statement.
That the oil and gas ban, quote, makes sense.
After statement.
We in New Zealand First are going to stop land sales to foreigners and house sales to foreigners.
Made by Mr Peters.
Having heard that quote from one of the brightest guys that have ever come to this Parliament.
And his coalition partners in the past.
Does the Prime Minister or the Acting Prime Minister agree with David Seymour that, quote, you can't trust Winston Peters and that Winston Peters is, quote, just a muppet? The problem is he can't work with anyone. The good news is he's going down in flames. He's yesterday's man. And if not, why not?
Because even politically, as the good book says, nobody's beyond redemption.
Question time briefly took a turn to pop quiz.
Members' pride in the minimum wage level. Can he tell the House what the minimum wage is today?
233? 2270? 2270? Am I right?
But mess with this bull, you get the horns.
You don't shout out like some bunch of clowns at university. Yes, and don't just carry on like a bigoted lefty shill. A woke, idiotic left with ideals.
His most savage saved for Te Pāti Māori, at first declining to answer their question asked in Te Reo Māori.
Hea tō whakautu.
Unless the Rawiri Waititi translated it for him. Listen carefully here.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
That's that wrong.
You can tell me in English or you can... The people who are watching on television also are part of this parliamentary debate. That's what a democracy is called. It's not about just about 5%, it's about the other 95% who pay as well. It's called One People, One Country.
It should be noted there was a translation provided on Parliament TV and there was translation available in earpieces for MPs, but Peters doubled down. Are you going to not answer questions if they're in Te Reo Māori?
Would you just follow the facts for a change? I did answer a question, didn't I?
Yeah, initially you didn't.
No. The translation was really slow.
And this is the disgrace.
He's a perfect example of a colonesian. He's exactly what he is. He's a perfect example of a colonesian.
A very eventful temporary turn at the top. Jenna Lynch, Newshub.